Hello everyone, Blue Mask here, and today we are doing What If Genshin Impact was in danmachi. Now, alright, I have gone through this before, yada yada yada. Bell went to get the Wanderer from Inazuma from A, yada yada. Nahida reversed what Wanderer did, or aka Scaramouche did, to the world. I don't remember the name. And I have to restart the ability. I don't remember what the fuck I gave Welf and Lily, but, well, Bell is obvious. Bell is not obvious. Bell can make fireballs from his hands. He has 3 shots to do it. When he uses it, he has to wait 20 seconds for all of them to come back. When he uses his charged ability, he can make white flames come on his sword. He can make one throw of it, and it can do huge amount of damage on, enemies. One-shotting some, but not one-shotting all of them, but getting them low when he do it. It's like his Argonaut skill, but a little bit weaker, but still, it's good. Welf's ability is Geo. He can make protected armor on himself. He also got 3 shots off it. By the way, all 3 of them has 3 shot on their normal ability. Welf can make armor for himself on him, and shoot his power out to a friend, not a foe, what he consider a friend. He can shoot it out, and that one upgrades as well. No, that's weapon, sorry. Welf can shoot out an ability to upgrade people's weapon. It takes 20 seconds before it's gone. That's his normal ability. His, ultimate ability is a sort of like an armor ability, like I tried before, but I remember it's not like that. When he used it, it makes a kind of circles around his friends, and does so their armor can be invincible for around 10 seconds. When he uses it, his enemy, if they get into the circle of, his ability, loses their armor to be more unaffected. So, if he could take a weak sword, use his normal ability on it, use his ultimate ability on him, go up to an enemy and just strike them, they're dead. Lily's ability is cryo. It's ice, so it's kind of life for. When Lily uses, her ability, she get a. What did I say? Lily gets 3 shots of her crossbow that makes ice arrow. When it hits an enemy, they're frozen for around, 10 seconds. She gets 3 shot if he hits one person with those 30 seconds, 10 seconds, or 20 seconds. That's the usual. Her ultimate ability, or the biggest of them all, she can turn her spear into, multiple spears around her. Around 10. No, she get an ice spear. Ice around her spear. When she throws it, she can freeze enemies that's in front of her, who she thinks is enemies and who is, friends cannot be effective. So when she throws it, everything's freeze, and yeah, that's it. Sorry about that. I thought someone was about to walk in. Anyways, that's their ability, and I am going to think that's it. Okay. Where we last left off, yada yada, you heard the description before. It's been alright. Enough of the talk, let's begin this episode. It's been 2 days since the attack, on Mostophilia. The streets has been clean. Corpses of, the crystals has been found and taken away. Bell and his friends, Lily, and Coraline. Shit. It's Bell's fucking girlfriend. Why do I always forget her? Colleen. Anyways, it's been a few days. They clean up the street, gets the crystal, yada yada yada. Bell and his friends were walking down the street to the dungeon, getting some supplies to go down there and explore more. Their family had reached the 35th floor of the dungeon. It was a big group consisting of Dia, Al-Haytham, and Sino to reach that part of the floor where they can defeat monsters. They could have gone down more, but they just stopped and returned. Bell, Lily, and why do I think Coraline? God damn it, why do I forget her name? Collie. It's fucking Collie. That's why I'm thinking Coraline. It's Collie. Shit. Collie and Belle was walking together holding hands, while Lily just standing beside, those two just talking. Belle and, Collie is doing the same. They have the supplies to go down into the dungeon for a few days. They're walking towards the dungeon, entering and going down. Going through the first floor, second floor, and all the way down to the 11th floor. Killing minotaurs and monsters. Bell, when he sees, 5 minotaurs coming towards him, throws his sword on his back, to his side, so it goes on his back, grabbing, one of the minotaurs that came close, grabbing the minotaur's horns, and stopping the rest of the force. Surprising that he can do that. Bell just swinging the minotaur's side, and just throwing it into the other monsters, knocking them back. When, Bell just brings out his sword, just uses his ability, Fireball, to kill the monsters. Getting some crystals and a drop. Bell does have the ability, one of the ability he got in the cannon is called Luck, so he gets another Minotaur horn. Wow, Bell, that was kind of surprising. While standing beside him and just looking forward. It cannot. You're training under Dia, if I'm pronouncing it correct. You're training Dia, and she could do it with, 10 Minotaurs with one hand. You'll love the way to go. I know. Anyways, about to take a break. Come on, let's go. And Belle walks over to the girls, sitting down and eating their sandwich. At this point, Lily has been traveling while going down into the dungeon with the other three for around these 2 days, getting experience and a lot of it. And because she, is still under level, she cannot do a lot of damage to the monsters. But her ability is pretty useful. She is also still a supporter. A supporter when she's down in the lower dungeon, in the middle floors. They takes a break and eating their lunch. A few monsters try to strike them, but Belle and Colley just hit them with their fist and it just died. No kind of fun. After a few minutes, they returned to walk down to the floor to get to the 18th floor, I think. Did I say they went 12? So they're going down to the 18th floor to go to the 20th floor. 22th floor, because they got a request from a familiar to pick up some ingredients. Walking down, when they came to the 17th floor, knowing that the boss was already killed by the Logi Familia a week ago, 9 days ago, it will not spawn. If you didn't know, in danmachi there is a 2-week time skip before the dungeon floor boss, revives. So yeah. Walking through it, they hear a commotion. Screams of monsters and, anything down there. Immediately, Belle and the others look at each other and immediately run down. When they arrive at the 18th floor, they see the plant monsters again. Around the town and everything else. They see the monsters ravaging the little village down there. I don't remember its name. Anyways. Arriving down there and immediately seeing it. Belle immediately came up with a plan. Wealth, you coming with me. Lily, Colley, go to the village. Save how many people you can. Lily, freeze them as much as you can with your ability. Both of the girls nodded and run off. Belle and Wealth goes out to, all of them runs to the village. When they arrive, before they arrive, they see a battle going on. A woman is attacking a red-haired woman is attacking a blonde-haired girl. Belle, Wealth, Lily, and Colley sees it as Ash, the member of the Loki Familia. Belle and Wealth immediately runs off to help the Sword Princess. And Colley and Lily, goes to the town. Belle runs towards, the scene, getting ready with his weapon, and Wealth does the same. Ice was fighting the woman harder and she couldn't beat her. It was hard even to land a strike on her. Ice was thrown back, or was about to be kicked when a bigger sword lands between the women. Ice looked up to see, Belle and Wealth, the well, her friends, well, sort of pseudo sisters, sort of brother, aka Tayone, and Tayono's, well, kind of brother. The woman looks at Wealth and, well, the woman looks at Belle and Wealth. So, your other adventures wanna go through? You both seem like level 3, so this is gonna be easy. Think again. Before the woman even, well, register, Belle immediately uses his ultimate ability. A white glow comes from Belle's sword. Wealth uses his second ability, well, his normal ability on Wealth's sword, and uses ultimate ability to weaken the woman. When she sees it, immediately gets, well, try to jump away, but Belle already throws his, well, element at her, hitting the woman and actually throwing her back with a big flaming wound on her stomach. Belle immediately throws out 2 fireballs to attack the woman, hitting her when she hit the ground, sending her more down to the ground. Immediately, Wealth turns around to check on Ice. Belle's is the more attacker kind, so he stays in front. Are you okay, Ice? Yes, I'm fine. But how did you get here? We was, well, exploring. We was about to go to the 20th floor when we heard explosions. Oh, only you two? No, Cole and Lily is going to the town helping the people there. I see. Wealth turns around to look at the woman that stands up and was healing. What is this woman? Ice told him that she's the one for a murder in the town by a hotel. She murdered a guy to get a crystal that was given to a girl. Wealth nodding and goes in front, standing beside Belle. That is interesting. I've never seen kind of your abilities before. Belle just smiled at this. Well, you can't really find a lot of us with visions, do you? She gets weirded out when Belle just shows his visions, well, on his side of his armor. Pause for a moment. If you look at Belle's, well, the image of Belle, if you seen on the left shoulder of Belle, actually the right shoulder, but the left part of the picture, that orange thing that's holding up his armor piece, yeah, that's kind of where his vision is. Where Wolf's is, it's on his belt, and that where he clips his belt together. You can see in the middle of Wolf's character on his belt, you can see that part where it's different from the rest. Yeah, that's where his vision is. And yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna place it on Lily. Maybe in the middle of her, well, middle of her back. Maybe on her shoulder. I don't know. Let's see after. The woman gets surprised to see this jewelry and just laughs. You really think those kind of jewelry can help you? Belle just grins even more. They're not jewelry. They're from our goddess herself. She is, well, I forgot the part of Genshin Impact's land. It's Orario? Not a fucking Hari. What the fuck? Tevat. I think it's called that. The world of Tevat. I think it's called that. The woman kind of get a weird look and just never heard of it. Belle just smiled. This makes both of them smile. Well, good you haven't. We have it so advantageous. Immediately, both of them runs forward. The woman tries to attack with her sword, wealth boosting while Belle ends his sword up, cutting the sword in half. The woman gets surprised when Belle immediately gets close using his fireball ability, hitting the woman back again. She tries to hit hit them with the destroyed sword, but both of them just dodges. Belle's rolls by her side. Wealth just duck when she swings the sword. When Belle gets behind her, he uses another firebolt, sending the woman forward into Wealth hitting her in the stomach with the sharp end, sending her flying a little bit away. Belle sends out another firebolt, hitting the woman again. The woman stands up and seeing she's a lot of shit now. She cannot even, defeat these two. She could defeat the Sword Princess, that's a good, person to fight, but these two together, they're an awful layout. At that point, Finn arrives with Riveria. Coming just beside Belle and Wealth. Standing beside Belle and Wealth when they arrive. My, it seems like you're the one that caused this attack, aren't you? The woman, seeing that, more has arrived, so she immediately runs away. Eyes give chase, but Belle runs with her, getting to the water area, and she jumps down. Before she hit the water, before she even get close to the water, Belle sends one of his fireballs away. It was 20 seconds. It was 20 seconds, and it got restarted. Sending a fireball away to the woman, hitting her. Sending her down to the water, hitting it hard. If you don't know, if you hit water really high up and really hard, it feels like fucking concrete. So that shit hurt. Eyes looked at Belle, asking, "You two have worked together well, haven't you?" Me and Wealth? Yeah, we have, for a long time. We trained together a lot, and we both have, masters with, great swords. Showing, great swords, or, I don't know what they're called. Showing his big sword. I just looking at it. So you can attack just with that? Belle just nodding. Yeah, it's pretty easy for us. Every time you get a vision, you get a sort of weapon you're good at. After 20 minutes, Lily arrives as well with Tyone and Tyona. The girls see, Belle and just walks over. Asking what they were doing, Belle just explaining the same. 10 seconds after a few seconds, Finn speaks up. So, I wanted to get things straight. This woman came to attack because of a ball she wanted. I don't remember she got it, but I think that one got destroyed. that one got destroyed by the big lady that arrived as a plant. Anyways, so the lady came for that thing, but she got it and it got into that plant woman thing and getting destroyed. Those plant monster pointing at, well, Belle, Tyona, and Ice, and Lufia, that's also there, that attacks you arrive in the city. Then, a few minutes, 5 minutes after, you four arrive, pointing at them. All four of them nodded, explaining, well, Belle and Wealth explaining that they saw Ice and the woman fighting, and went over to, well, help her, getting her really hurt, but they saw she just healed. She just healed without any problems. Finn nodding, looking over at, well, Kale and Lily. So let me get your part of the stories correct. 25 minutes ago, when Wealth and Belle runs off to help Ice, Kale and Lily runs into the city, jumping on the roofs to get fodder. When they arrive at the closest of the plant monster, Lily shoots off her arrow, hitting it and freezing it. Kale charging up her bow attack and hitting the monster right in the crystal, destroying it. Destroying the monster's crystal before it disappeared. Lily shoots two others that's really close. Kale shoots two more arrows to kill both of the monsters. When the two was forward, a monster appears right in front of them. Kale threw her boomerang out, hitting the monsters when she throws it up on cutting the monster left side before it goes off and cuts off its head, making it disappear. Lily and Kale was about to run when a monster appears right behind them. Before it dies by another Pelham arriving, being a blonde-haired man with another spear. This being Findane. Looking at the two girls. You're Kale, correct? And Lily? Sorry, I didn't get your name before. Both of them nodding, saying, giving the same kind of explanation as Wealth and Belle. Good that you arrive. We don't have a person with an arrow and visions that can freeze monsters. Both of them nodded. If we can get to a spot where I can throw my charged ability, I can freeze a lot of monsters. Finn nodded and grabbing, Lily and jumping onto a roof. Kale following them, climbing up to the roof. Lily sees around, seeing 5 monsters that is beside each other. Lily taking her spear and starts, using her charged ability, throwing it and hitting the monsters. 4 of them gets hit, but the 5th one was, a little bit out of the range, so it didn't get hit. But it didn't, matter. Kale, Finn took the 2 closest. Kale hitting 2 of the monsters with her bow and arrow. Before they can hit the 5th one, Tyona, the older sister with a more personality, arrives and kills the monster. jumping down to the ground, Finn arriving as well, dealing, already with the monsters. All of the monsters was dead. Arriving down, with the Amazon. Tayona looked at her captain and then at the two girls, recognized both of them, because, of course. Oh, hello, Cole, Lily. Both of them nodded and saying hello. It's good to see you, but why are you here? Me, Lily, and Welf and Belle was going down to the 20 to 25th floor to get some, items for a quest before we arrive here and seeing the chaos, so we went to help. Ah, I see. But don't worry, it seems like all of it's done. Before she could complete the sentence, but she still completed it, a, giant plant arrives outside of the city, being a giant fucking woman. All of them immediately getting into shock, but runs over, trying to fight it. At that point, everything just happens again, and they fight the woman monster for 10 minutes, trying to kill the smaller one as well. The woman dies by Tayona, and Tayona, blah 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 blah. Immediately, Lily and Cole immediately goes into the city again after they defeated the woman. Tayona goes there as well, finding people that was wounded or dead. Finding out that, 6 people died, 25 was wounded, no one lost a limb, luckily. And they will recover, if they get a potion. They carried the 6 people that died out of the city and buried them in a graveyard they made. Adding that for my own sake. So there's a graveyard in the city. I don't remember the city's name, sorry. That is where they go out and, meet Spell and Wealth. Yada yada yada. Going to, where we left off when flashback happened. Finn nodding at this, getting the full kind of story. They also get information on how this happened, the murder, blah 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 blah. No need to recap that, go watch the series, that's just canon. Belle just looks over to the edge where the woman jumped down. If we're lucky, we can go down to the lower floors, maybe to catch her. But this took 10 minutes, so she have a head start. And Finn just nodding at this, making sense. Okay, that makes sense. So we better hurry. Are you all ready? Do we need supplies to go down? All of them checks their bags. The 4 of them nodding, saying they're ready. Finn, Riveria, Lufia, Tayona, and Ice says they're fine as well. Ice need a little bit of healing, so yeah. That took 5 minutes before they go down. Going down and down to check floor. To check floors. Arriving at the 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Finding no evidence of the woman. Seeing, cloth that was... she must have ripped off. That was heavily fucking destroyed by Wealth and Belle. That was just destroyed. And she just left behind. But no other way, there's no blood, no nothing. So they couldn't track her. They check around the floors. Belle, Welf, Collie, and Lily just getting the supplies they need, going down with the others to deeper levels. After a few minutes, when they arrive at the cannon where they stopped in danmachi sword, or what's it called, they stopped there. We have found evidence of the woman actually being down here, but nothing else anymore. All of them nodded. It seems like she just disappeared. Her wounds must have healed when I hit her. That's just it. She just disappeared down more. All of them just, looking. All of them just thinking, but coming to no conclusion, they decided to go up before I stopped them, giving her explanation why she wanted to stay down there and everything else. When Tyona asked to, stay down there with Eyes and Luffy as well, Finn wanted to refuse when Belle just said, "You can get one of our supplies. We still have some left. It can probably handle to one more person if three of you stay down here." All of them looked at Belle, Welf, and Collie. "Are you serious? Those are your supplies. I don't really mind. We have survived worse. We have gone through a desert for... How long was it? It was about a month we stayed in the desert without food or water. We could survive it easily. Yeah, out food and water for months. So a day is totally fine." Belle just reaching, taking his bag off and seeing what he have. Welf does the same and just give the items to, one of the two girls. Finn have to go back up, so he's out of the picture. Luffy couldn't be much of a help, so she's out of the picture as well. Tyone and Tyona, Tyone saying that she must go with the captain, so Tyona is staying behind with Riveria and Eyes. By the way, we are not getting Tyona to help Eyes, so Eyes is still gonna battle the giant fucking skeleton, win, and, level up. Tyona is not gonna help because she, supports Eyes by this. Yada yada yada. She's still gonna get a lot of fucking experiences by this. Belle giving her their supplies to Tyona. Her smiling at her pseudo brother and just hugged him. "Thank you very much, Belle." Sorry if I was getting too close. Thank you very much, Belle." "No problem, but be safe, please. I want to see you alive when you get up." I know. At that point, all of them, goes up. It took around 2 more days before they arrived at the surface. Getting more supplies to the quest they have. Fighting, the respawning Goliath on the floor, but just getting killed by Belle, Tyone, and, just getting destroyed by Welf, Belle, Tyone, Finn. Just those 4. just getting hammered by it, falling down and just dying. Bell talked to his sister and getting more information about her life after they went away. Please. Yes, fine. Nothing. Just talking to his older kind of sister. Getting to the surface and, going back to their home. After a day or two, they get confirmation that Ice Wallenstein has reached level 6. Getting surprised by this and just thinking, good for her. They get, all of them just hanging out, training and everything. Bell was walking through, the corridors of his family home. Walking to the library, getting more information, about trying to get information about a red-haired woman with green eyes and a rude personality. Because this is still the Zeus's Familia's old house, they must have information about that woman. Walking in, he sees Al-Haytham, a dark blue-haired girl, and a Turkish kind of girl's hair. I have completely forgotten their name, so I'm sorry. The two girls just hanging out in a corner, just talking. Bell going over to Al-Haytham because he knows it's been a couple of months. He has read through all the information. That's just sort of person he is. Walking over and just standing by Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham looking at Bell and just putting down his book. Bell, nice to see you today. How can I help you? Bell just nodding and just saying, good morning. Good evening, Al-Haytham. I just wanted to find a person with red hair and green eyes. A woman. She was you know the incident, right? Al-Haytham just nodded. Yes, the incident a few days ago. Yes, I know it. A woman with red hair and red hair and green eyes. Maybe she is in documents of the Zeus Familia. Come with me. Al-Haytham takes Bell to a part of, Auraria's people history. Looking through, seeing people with, names. Bell telling what her name was? Shit, I totally forgot her name. Anyway, it's not important right now. Bell telling about, the woman's name. Al-Haytham looked at, that category of names, but finds no certain information about her. The only name that matches that was a Zeus Familia members, but she had brown hair. The only name that was close to it was a name by Alfia. I think her name was, I don't know. But I think it was close to the same kind of name. No, anyways, forget that. Alhaven just shook his head. It seems like there's no information about this woman. Seems like she was just erased from the history. But she can't go into Ermersol. That was the fucking name! Oh my fucking god. That's the name of the thing. She can't go into Ermersol. No one can except, well, our gods and the Wanderer. Bell just nodding. Maybe she was not even an adventurer. How about supporters or no, that couldn't be possible. Alhaven thinks about this, but gets no point. That woman was kind of a mystery. They didn't have a lot of information about her except her name, red hair, that she's a beast tamer, and she's working with someone. Bill just nodding and saying, just nodding and just bowing. Thank you, Alhaven, that you tried to help me. I'm sorry for wasting your time. It's fine, don't worry. Now, go on. You have a lot of things to do. Bell nodding and walks out of the library. Alhaven thinks about, well, the description, but just shakes his head, and just walking out. While walking to his table and just start reading. And here I'm gonna end the video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and good morning, goodbye, see you later, have a wonderful, wonderful time, you beautiful, beautiful people. Oh my god, shit, this was a one shot. There was a one shot, no stops, no anything. Alright, see you later, bye bye.